Nate Chesney is with us. Also, Julianna Skluzacek, the artistic director of the Merlin Players, professional theater right here in Faribault.
That's correct. Good morning.
Isn't that awesome? I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and you're not starring in this show. You kind of starred in Bleacher Bums.
I did not star in Bleacher Bums. I was a voice in the background. But I did hear from some folks who said they enjoyed it, so that's good.
Good.
You had a lot of fun with it, I hear.
We did. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Bleacher Bums is all about fun, and so is this.
Oh, it's a very funny show. We've been laughing together for the last month, and it's been a good ride.
Yeah. So for those people who are very serious about their Shakespeare,
they probably shouldn't come to this show.
right?
At all. But no, you should come because, you know, it's all done with our tongues planted firmly in our cheeks, and it's so lighthearted. It's a great show to see this time of year when you're like, I'm so sick of the snow, and you know it's been gray and cloudy, and so you know you have to come see the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged, and it's abridged. We get through all of Shakespeare's shows in 97 minutes, and
that's incredible.
I know, it's like Kansas. People are coming and going so quickly here, like the land of Oz. It's just, we have got 4 people in the back who make the show run. The other cast members are Steve Searle and Buddy Ricker. And Buddy is well known for being a founding member of Spontaneous Productions, an improv group in the area, and he is very funny on stage, very funny. And so the other 2 guys, one of them being Nate Chesney, who's sitting to my right here.
Now you don't think of IT people as being really fun. No offense, but Nate is an IT person for the Mayo Clinic.
I know, but he used to be a music teacher, so.
That's also true, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that for a flip of a career?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what everybody always says. I don't find it that strange, but...
Well, music's mathematical, and
Yeah, that's
computers
true.
are mathematical, so,
Yeah.
you know.
I guess that makes it. Well, Chris Dibble, a former band director here in Faribault, is now in the IT department at Faribault High School.
See, it's not that strange.
I didn't know that. Oh.
Says I don't have to work weekends. I don't have to, you know. So that's why he took the IT position.
Yeah.
Gets to have banker hours.
Oh, I'm sure he probably still doesn't have banker hours.
Is that true?
I have banker hours.
Well, there you go. See, he has banker hours.
I don't. I work nights.
Wrong profession, Juliana.
Oh well.
I don't know. I think you picked I mean, the directing part of it's fun, right?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing it otherwise.
There's a lot of money in it, obviously, but...
Obviously there's not a lot of money in it, but you know, thank goodness I've been married to a wonderful man for a long time named Roger, who
Yeah.
picks up the slack there.
But there are a lot of other rewards, right?
Oh, yeah. There's way more rewards. I honestly, I can't even think of a negative of doing theater. It's been a lot of fun. This show especially has been an absolute blast, so.
Get to meet a lot of terrific people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate's new to Merlin, so it's fun to have him on board.
Yeah, this is
Cool.
my first show with them, so.
We'll find out a little about your background here, but we got to take a market update. I don't know, can we do your background in 30 seconds?
What do you think?
I don't know.
He's a
You know your
complex
background.
person. You're going to need longer than 30 seconds.
Okay. All right. I need longer than 30
Yeah,
seconds.
give me more time.
That's okay. We're going to get that opening market report of service of your KDHL Agri Boosters, and then we'll tell you more about the Merlin Players' complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged. Is described as a Monty Python meets William Shakespeare, which sounds very interesting. So we'll do that when AM Minnesota continues. Get on AM Minnesota today. We have Nate Chesney, who's in the cast of the Merlin Players' presentation of the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged, and Julianna Skluzacek, who is the artistic director. And in about 10 minutes or so, we'll give away those tickets. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
This a pair for the opening weekend, or what?
Yes, it is. It's a pair of tickets for the opening weekend. So you'll have an opportunity to just come and do nothing but laugh for 97 minutes.
I love that idea. I just absolutely do, because the Super Bowl's in a couple of weeks, and hopefully it's not a laugher. Well, Nate, you were going to give us a little of your background here in theater.
Yeah, you know, I did a little bit in high school, and then I took a pretty large break, you know, when I went to college. I did a lot more actually playing in the pit than I did doing anything on stage. And then I met some people after college that were in that were part of a professional theater group that does summer stock theater up in Bemidji, and they got me in, and I did that for about 3 years straight, and moved back to Owatonna in August, and I've been in, this will be my third play in a row in the area, so.
So you are an Owatonna native.
Yes.
I met Nate because of Dallas Musselman.
No kidding.
Well, Raj and I had gone up to the beer garden at the Steele County Fair last August. We were sitting there listening to her play with Jivin Ivan and singing and everything. And at the break time, she came over and sat down at the table. And Nate came over and told her, you know, how good she was and everything. He introduced himself. Next thing you know, we're all talking about theater, and you know, and I'm giving him audition dates, and the rest is history.
Yeah. What made you decide to audition for this?
I know the show. You know, I know how funny it is. I've seen it a few times. Some of my friends have been in it before. So, you know, I thought this is a good chance to get into the theater scene around here. So I jumped at it.
Yeah, get to know some other people.
Exactly.
It's a nice way to meet other people, isn't it, Juliana?
Absolutely. I think that when you've grown up in the community you're living in, and then you go away and come back, things have shifted, and you're looking for possibly a new peer group and new people to hang out with, and I know that's been good for Nate.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So you were telling me before we hit the airwaves, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but something to the respect that this is the most fun you've ever had in a show.
I think this has been one of my top 2 most fun plays, yes. I think the other cast members, really, we've come together to form something that unlike anything I've ever been in before. We mend really well together. We can read each other. We know what the other person's going to do before they do it. I think it's become a really tight-knit show.
Oh, it's great chemistry. They're a lot of fun out there, and they you have to, in this show especially, you have to trust each other because it moves so quickly. I mean, sometimes they run off stage and they really have literally 10 seconds to change their clothes and come back as someone else. And so they've gotten used to the fact they hit the backstage, and our 4 backstage workers, which consist of Elaine Benson, stage managing, Barb Crabtree, Mary Butler Frazier, and Abigail Sealhammer. They just stand there and they rip clothes off them and put clothes on them, and they run out the door again. It's very fun.
How amazing is that?
It's pretty amazing.
And changing character like that can't be easy.
You know, in lucky for me, I have probably the least amount of changes to do.
Okay.
Buddy Ricker has an unbelievable amount of characters to be. So towards the end of the show, he just becomes character after character after character in a matter of seconds. So I mean, really, it is a phenomenal change to watch somebody develop through different characters in a very small amount of time.
You got to remember who you are.
Yes.
I know sometimes he does run backstage and say, okay, who am I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just put the right clothes on me, I'll know where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I can't think that would be kind of hard.
I think he handles it quite well. Everyone does. And the backstage crew is just so solid. And I know Nate spends the whole second act as Hamlet. So he gets to play Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. And so we do, Hamlet is sort of like the climax of the show. It's very, very funny. And also, at the end of the show, we do it in halftime. We do it, double fast. And then we do it like 100 times fast. And then they do it backwards. I think that was the hardest thing, wasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, they speak backwards and they move backwards.
Oh, boy, that's
so
gonna
they're
be fun.
speaking Hamlet, Shakespeare, backwards. Can you give one line? Come on. I know it's early.
Flesh would melt, solid tutu, this, that.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, this is going to be a hoot.
It is a hoot is the perfect word for it. It is a hoot. It's a lot of fun. And sometimes they will surprise me some nights still, and I can see when an actor does something that's a little surprising. I'll see the other actors are twinkling in their eyes on this side, like, okay, that's funny, but I can't break.
Improv is a huge part of this show. You know, we have the base script, but really a lot of the things we get to do with it kind of, you know, after everything Julianna has laid out for us, kind of become up to us. And we're still developing those types of things right now. So
also, if I see the show Friday, I might see something different on Saturday.
you will almost 100% sure see something different.
It may be the same play.
Yes.
And then in the fourth character coming in on Friday night when we open will be the audience and how they respond.
Yeah.
And because there's interaction with the audience, and so you never know how that's going to go either. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Rehearsal's been going well, Nate?
Oh, rehearsals have been great. It's been extremely easy, you know, not a difficult process at all. Again, and I think that goes to, you know, the direction from Julianna, which has been wonderful, and just the fact that, you know, we got, not sure about myself, I don't want to boost myself up, but those other two guys are seasoned actors that are, I mean, really, really terrific at what they do, so it's been extremely easy.
I told him when we started, okay, I'm going to kind of guide you through this process, but I'm going to just let you go, and I'm going to be your editor. I will let you know what's working and what's not working.
Right.
So let's keep throwing this stuff out there. And you know, we've had some things that actually were very funny, but they were rehearsal jokes. They were not going into the show. That's very funny, but we're not doing that.
Gotta keep your audience in mind, right?
Exactly.
Gotta keep your audience in mind.
And it's, you know, it's a family-friendly show, so.
Okay, I was just going to ask, what ages do you think would?
I think really 7 on up, because there's so much action and so much silliness going on. You know, we've got dinosaurs and Godzilla and rubber chickens.
Which kids would love, yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very funny show. So I think that kids would be delighted by it, and kind of a fun way to introduce them to William Shakespeare, actually.
Yes. Maybe they could even discuss it in class, in school.
Right, and you know, especially it's supposed to be Hamlet's greatest play, or Shakespeare's greatest play is supposed to be Hamlet.
Right.
So you know, and we take a great license with that.
Now you said supposed to be, so you don't necessarily agree with that, I take it.
It's not my favorite play. No, it's not. So.
Well, how about you, Nate?
You know, after Hamlet is a huge part of my role in the show, so I'd have to say Hamlet has grown on me quite a bit.
It?
Yeah. Well, this version of Hamlet has grown on me.
That'd be a little different than the actual version of Hamlet. So I have to ask you this. What do you think William Shakespeare would think of this?
I think he would love it. I do. You can tell, you know, some of the comedies he wrote are so inane and so silly.
You're right. Off the wall.
And off the wall, that I think that he would probably, I don't think, we've sort of made him this, you know, very serious thing over the last few hundred years, and I think that he would probably think this is a breath of fresh air.
I like the way you put that, over the last few hundred years. How about you, Nate?
Oh yeah, I agree. I think that he would love it. Especially, you know, seeing that he wrote, you know, 16 comedies as well. He knows his sense of humor. I mean, that's what and I think the way we portray all of these would make William Shakespeare laugh too.
And it's interesting that we can relate to that centuries later.
I know. It's because he wrote about, truthfully, about human beings.
Yeah.
So
we haven't changed much in a few hundred years, have we?
I don't know if that's depressing or not, Gordy. That's a
Well,
little
I'm just
deep
saying,
for this hour.
human beings are human beings.
I know.
So, I'm sorry, I don't mean to get
That's
philosophical.
okay.
We're going to give away those tickets in just a minute or so.
Okay, all right.
How's that sound?
Sounds great.
And again, this is a pair?
It's a pair of tickets for opening weekend. I want to remind people that we are having an opening night reception with, you know, good food and wine, and that will be after the show, so come and enjoy. Again, the show is short, so it's only $15, so drop in and have a really good time and stay with us and visit with the actors afterwards.
97 minutes, you said.
Well, plus 10 minutes for intermission, so it's very, very fun.
Must move like 100 miles an hour.
Indeed it does.
Yeah, it's organized chaos.
All right, let's try and give away those tickets. I'm going to give you a phone number here, 507-334-0061, 334-0061. This is for a pair of tickets. we'll get the names and you take them down to the box
Okay.
office. Is that how that works?
I'll take the tickets to the box office, and you can call the Paradise at noon today at 332-7372 and claim them then.
332-7372. Which reminds me, the box office hours are noon to 5 today.
Noon to 5 today, and tomorrow, Thursday night, it's noon to 8. And then Friday, it's noon to 5 and an hour before we open.
And tickets are?
$15 for adults and $9 for 12 and under.
12 and under, $9. $15 to see professional theater.
Yeah, it's kind of inexpensive, isn't it?
Where do you get that?
It's reasonable.
I'd say it's more than reasonable. So make sure you attend, folks. This sounds like a lot of fun.
It's
I'm going to have to see
very
if I
fun.
can get over there. There's no football game this Sunday, you know.
Oh, well
Or a
then
Pro Bowl, but nobody watches
Nobody
that.
watches that
we
anyway.
we have a Sunday matinee at 2 o'clock.
So I
Just
might
drop
be-
on in for
I
a
might have to
couple of
get over there
hours.
because it sounds like a real good time.
It is. It very much is. And you know, you could get a glass of wine or a beer and sit down and enjoy
And even
it.
have more fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I didn't. Anyway, the number again is 334-0061. The question is?
What is considered Shakespeare's greatest play?
We talked about it on the show. So if you were listening, you know the answer. Again, call 334-0061, area code 507. Win a pair of tickets to this weekend. They can do the matinee too?
Yes, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
You hear that, folks? This weekend. And see the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged. If you are suffering from cabin fever, like I think most of us are, boy, is this a nice stress reliever.
And it's cheaper than buying a plane ticket and
That's true.
and flying to the Bahamas. Although that wouldn't be bad, but you know.
Well, it is warm in the Paradise.
Yes, it is most of the time.
I don't think you have to worry about, freezing or anything.
Oh, goodness, no.
No. And
I mean-
besides, we'll be heating it up with the comedy. So
Right, and they do have refreshments there.
yes, it's a lot of fun.
So make sure you stop on out. Again, that phone number is 507-334-0061. What play is considered to be Shakespeare's greatest?
But I don't think it is.
Yeah, Julianna doesn't necessarily
No.
think
It's
it
not.
is.
It's not that it isn't. It's not my favorite play.
Not your favorite. What is your favorite?
I love Midsummer Night's Dream.
Well, yeah, that's a good one.
I also like King Lear a lot. So those are kind of my two faves.
Okay, you have a favorite?
Midsummer Night's Dream is really great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had an opportunity to direct that, and it's really a lot of fun.
But then, you can't go wrong with the classic Romeo and Juliet either, so.
I know. You know what? You're right. I
Perfect
do
for
love
Valentine's.
Romeo and Juliet if it's well done. It's a wonderful play.
Well, it'd be perfect for Valentine's.
Oh, yes.
Which is just around the corner.
Just around the corner. So I'm reminding all you guys to get out there and buy your flowers on Valentine's.
Yeah. Again, this weekend and next weekend are the performances, but you don't have a matinee next Sunday.
No, we don't. We're
Just
just
one.
February 4th, 5th, and 6th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And so if you're busy on the weekends, Thursday night's a great night to come. Just sit down and have a good time.
I don't have a winner yet that I'm aware of.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Number again is 507-3340. We usually give these away like nothing, don't we?
Yeah.
0061. Maybe it was too easy a question.
Prince of Denmark.
So, again, folks, the number 507-334-0061. You get a pair of tickets to go see the Merlin Players present the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged. I take it this is something you've always wanted to do.
Actually, we did it, Merlin Players did it 13 years ago.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Well, that's because we were traveling then.
Oh.
We had lost our performance space, and it was before the Paradise opened, and we spent 3 seasons of traveling around. We did it for a weekend in Owatonna at the Little Theater of Owatonna, and we did it for a weekend here up at Shattuck, and then we did it for a weekend at the Grand in Northfield.
Sure.
And when we were in Northfield, we sold the show out to the ceiling. We had to turn people away.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, it was very fun. So we had a good time. That cast was Keith Russell, Dan Rathbun, and Jim Cole.
Wow, you remember that.
Yes. Yeah.
That's incredible. We do have a winner.
Great.
Larry Kokoschki from the Fish House wins. How cool is that? So
That's
how's he gonna
very
get his
cool,
tickets?
Larry. So just call up the Paradise at noon and claim your tickets and make your reservations.
Just tell him you're the KDHL winner.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
That's all.
Thanks for listening, Larry. We do appreciate that very, very much. From the Fish House,
What is that?
Faribault.
Is it a restaurant?
No.
Or is he fishing?
I would assume it's a bait and tackle shop, but I don't
Oh,
know that
okay.
for a fact.
All right.
I don't know.
I'd like to know, because if he's out fishing right now, I want to know where he is. I'll go join him.
You like to fish?
I love to fish.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't gotten out to ice fish this year, though, you know.
That's probably wise.
Really?
Well, I'm thinking ice is
It's
not
not
great.
good yet?
But I don't.
I know some
anything.
people who are rabid ice fisher people, and they just put their house out 2 weeks ago.
Well, there you go.
And they'll have to have it off the ice in just a couple of weeks.
Soon,
so,
yeah.
you
It has
know.
not been a good winter for that.
No, not really.
That and snowmobiling.
I know. I'm not a snowmobiler, but I understand the passion for it, and so I'm not really a winter sports person. I'm kind of a drink tea and read a book winter sports person.
So this is your first play of this season, right?
No, we did Bleacher Bums
Oh, that's right. Your season
in
doesn't
October,
on calendar. I'm
and
sorry.
then after this we're doing a political thriller called Farragut North, which is written by the same guy who writes House of Cards,
Mhm.
the television series, and Nate's going to be starring in that as well.
Wow, Nate.
Nice.
You're taking over the Merlin Players.
I guess so. I don't want to look at it like that.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm delighted that he's on board. Craig Berg is going to be directing that. He's a founding member of the Merlin Players, and it's going to be a stunning show. He has an amazing cast, and people have to come to the show, especially given that we're in an election
Well,
year.
of course, that's why you picked it.
Yeah, and it takes place during the Iowa caucuses in 2005. Yeah, and it is a thriller. I mean, at the last, when I read this play, the last 10 pages of the play, I was going, "You have got to be kidding me! Oh my gosh, I can't believe that's happening!" And it's a terrific script.
So very well written.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, it's Bo Wilmot who writes House of Cards, and that has a big following from people.
Which reminds me, who wrote this?
What does it say on the card? There's 3 guys. They're from Britain, and their names are Adam Long, Daniel Singer, and Jess Winfield. And they wrote this first for the Scottish Fringe Festival, and it was a huge hit there. And then it just kind of took the world by storm. Yeah. And the script is very different from the first time we did it 13 years ago. It's been updated. All the references and everything are updated in it. And I think one of my favorite ones is that Nate gets to play Emerald Lagasse when we do Titus Andronicus, a play that William Shakespeare wrote when he was a really young man, and it's pretty bloody and gory.
Yeah,
and
it's a tragedy that we do as a cooking show.
so it's very funny. Very, very funny.
I can't get my head around this, really.
You'll have
And
to
then-
come see it then.
We do all of the history plays at once as a football game.
That should be interesting.
Yes. And so it's a lot of fun. Nate does a good Howard Cosell.
Thank you.
Can I hear just a little bit of how?
And the crown is snapped to Richard II, that well-spoken 14th century monarch.
Howard Cosell in British. I like that. Howard Cosell. He's been going a long time.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah. I don't know. Time, after you get to be a certain age, don't you think, Gordy, time just kind of goes,
It just goes, doesn't it?
well, it just, I don't know what year it is. Or when things happen.
So, again, make sure you get your reservations and take this in this weekend. Next weekend, the performances at the Paradise Center for the Arts. And you have a sponsor for this, too, I know.
Yes, we
Or
do.
a few of them.
Sponsoring this show are the following businesses: Federated Personal Lines, Be My Guest. That's a Faribault business here. It's a an event space. Restoration services, Rick Thomas, who is responsible for a lot of restoration in downtown Faribault, really fine builder, and Spectrum Reach. And so we say thank you to those businesses, and if you want to laugh till your face hurts, you have to come see this show.
Sounds painful.
It's a good type of pain.
Laughing till your face hurts. I've laughed till my belly hurts. I've never laughed till my face hurts.
Aren't you, your face hurts because you've been smiling so much?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a sting, yeah, I guess. It doesn't really hurt, I hope.
And your belly, you'll have a lot of belly laughs.
Yeah,
So.
not into pain, you know? What can I say? So what's your favorite part of this play?
My favorite part would probably be when we do the play extremely fast and then backwards. It is extremely fun to do that. If it's fun for us, I can only imagine what the audience will think.
And the cool thing about it is it doesn't have to be totally accurate, right? Because, I mean, nobody's going to know.
Oh, no. We do it accurately.
They do
I'm
it
sure
accurately,
you do.
yeah.
It have to.
But you're right. People wouldn't notice if we did it incorrectly.
But we've been pushing to do it accurately because my whole thing was, no one is going to notice, but it's that much more delightful if we pay attention to the details, so that afterwards people think, you know, that was kind of amazing, you know, what they just did. So lots of fun.
So it's kind of like instant replay in reverse.
That's exactly what it is.
It is. That's exactly what it's like. Maybe we should have filmed it and then played it back for you guys, but it was more fun figuring it out in the rehearsal period.
You probably can't film these, right?
No, we can't.
Yeah, I didn't think
we don't have the rights to do that.
That concludes today's edition of AM Minnesota. Get your ticket, folks, at Paradise KDHL AM Faribault, Minnesota.